Hi friends, how many of you remember the TV show The Real McCoys with Walter Brennan as the star? He was the grandfather, one of my favorite TV grandfathers, one of my favorite cowboys. And I'm here to visit his gravesite today on a very, very windy morning here in Mission Hills, California. Thanks for joining me on another trip down memory lane. If you've watched my channel before, then you probably recognize the entrance to this cemetery. I've been here quite a few times in the past to visit other famous people who are buried here, and I'll put links down below to those videos in case you'd like to watch those as well. To find Walter Brennan's gravesite, you enter through the front gates here, make a left at the 2nd Street, continue straight on until it dead ends, make a right, and his final resting place is just a short distance on the right-hand side, just to the left of one of the large trees. It's very close to the street and easy to find. Actor Walter Brennan was born July 25, 1894 in Lynn, Massachusetts, and died September 21, 1974 from emphysema at the age of 80 in Oxnard, California. Brennan appeared in more than 200 movies and TV shows during his 5-decade career and was nominated for 4 Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actor. He won the Oscar 3 times starting in 1936 with Come and Get It, then again in 1938 for Kentucky, and finally in 1940 for The Westerner. He was also nominated for the 1941 movie Sergeant York, but didn't win that year. In addition to his success in movies and TV, he also had a number of hit songs, including Old Rivers and Mama Sang a Song, when he was in his mid-60s. So how many of you remember Walter Brennan? How many of you remember the TV show, The Real McCoys? For 6 seasons, from 1957 until 1963, The Real McCoys was one of the most popular TV sitcoms of the day. The show was about a poor Appalachian Mountain family living in West Virginia who inherits a farm and moves to Southern California. It was similar in some ways to the Beverly Hillbillies that aired from 1962 to 1971. Brennan played the head of the family, Grandpa Amos McCoy. Actor Richard Crenna played his grandson Luke. Kathleen Nolan played Luke's wife Kate. Lydia Reed played Hassie, Luke's teenage sister. And Michael Winkelman played Little Luke, Big Luke's younger brother. Yes, both brothers were named Luke. And actor Tony Martinez played Pepino Garcia, the family's Mexican farmhand. At the time, he was one of the very first Latino actors to appear in a regular role on a TV sitcom. Boy, it is so cold, so it's a pretty chilly morning, but beautiful. Actor Richard Crenna started his career as a child actor and appeared in more than 100 movies and TV shows over his very long and successful career. He was born on November 30th, 1926 in Los Angeles and died January 17th, 2003, also in Los Angeles. Crenna had pancreatic cancer, but died of heart failure at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center at the age of 76. He was cremated and has no final resting place for fans to visit at this time. I'm back today at Riverside National Cemetery. You can see the sign right behind me there. And I'm here to visit the gravesite of child actor Michael Winkelman, who played Little Luke on the series. Winkelman was born on June 27, 1946 in Los Angeles and died July 27, 1999 at the age of 53, also in Los Angeles. None of the online sources about Winkelman that I was able to find listed a cause of death. If any of you watching happen to know how he died, please leave a comment down below. Winkelman's gravesite is pretty easy to find. Once you enter the cemetery, when you reach the information booth, make a right-hand turn on Philippine Avenue, and then drive a short distance until you reach Pearl Harbor Drive and make a right-hand turn. The street curves around. Once you reach section 50 on the right-hand side, park and take the sidewalk that heads toward the wall of niches. I'll pan around so you can get a better idea of the location of his final resting place. Actor Tony Martinez, who plays the very lovable ranch hand Peppino, was born January 27, 1920 in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and died September 16, 2002 at the age of 82 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Peppino was a central character in the series, and Tony Martinez was a pioneering and groundbreaking actor on the series. So I was sad to learn that findagrave.com has his final resting place listed as unknown. So again, if any of you watching happen to know where he's been laid to rest, please share with us in the comments section down below. I'm happy to say that the actresses who played Kate and Hassie are still alive. Actress Kathleen Nolan played Kate, and she's now 85 years old, and actress Lydia Reed played Hassie, and she's now 74 years old. I was also very surprised to learn that Irving Pinkus, who created the show, doesn't have a findagrave.com memorial page, at least that I could find by searching online. Pincus was born March 14, 1914 in New York and died May 13, 1984 in Los Angeles. And his Wikipedia page doesn't list a cause of death or the location of his final resting place. It's almost as if he disappeared without a trace, so I'm hoping someone watching will have some information you can share about his final resting place. Well, here I am once again at Westwood Village Memorial Park and Mortuary, and I've got a spider web hanging from my camera. And I'm here to visit the final resting place of actor, producer, and director Hy Averback. Averback directed 102 episodes, making him the primary director for this TV series. He was born October 21st, 1920 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and died October 14th, 1997 at the age of 76 in Los Angeles. He was cremated, and his ashes are interred in this wall niche here in the flower garden section of the cemetery. Okay, so here's another one of those really weird coincidences that seem to happen a lot when you take trips down memory lane. Just as I'm in the middle of editing this video, I receive an email with a cemetery selfie from Laura Hickman. As you can see, Laura is standing in front of the crypt of actress Frances Farmer. You may remember that near the beginning of this video, I mentioned that Walter Brennan won his very first Oscar for his role in the movie Come and Get It. Well, it turns out that Frances Farmer was also in this movie. At the time, she was one of the biggest up-and-coming new stars in Hollywood. Farmer was born September 19, 1913 in Seattle, Washington, and died August 1, 1970 from esophageal cancer at the young age of 56 in Indianapolis, Indiana. She's laid to rest at Oaklawn Memorial Gardens in Fishers, Indiana. So thanks, Laura, for sharing this cemetery selfie with us at the perfect time. And before I forget, I just want to mention that I finally have t-shirts and gifts and other merchandise for those of you who are interested. I'll put the links down below this video, and I want to say thanks for supporting this channel with your purchases. And make sure and check out the videos shown here for more trips down memory lane like this one. So until next time, thanks for sharing the memories.